take a little break here and have a little talk. Just sitting here contemplating. What do you call it? Contemplating. Thinking anyway, as I do. Today's Friday, so nice. And it's nice in regards to Friday, but not right nice in regards to my cat. But as much as I want to go home, it's not just possible to do it now because they are going to the veterinary today. But yeah, I talked a lot about that now, just something else now. So back to the topic of finance. It's, you know, for just a few years ago I was so uninterested about the video I mentioned yesterday. Millennials don't necessarily have the interest about finance and thinking about retirement and whatnot. I become extremely interested just like last year, but up until the point I graduated and moving here, I just had no thought about that or whatsoever. But then like up until a point, maybe after 6 years, I've been here 6 years, I started to think more long term, how important it is, and you cannot just behave like you are 18 years old, you know. And I'm so glad that I am the way I am. I've always been very responsible with my finance and like not overly, but always had respect for money in that sense, if I explain myself right. So my point is here is that it can be fun, but it's also not everything, you know. I realize if you only define yourself, your happiness, your wealth, and your achievement regards to your finance, oh yeah, I think that's the wrong way to go, you know. I promise you, the people that are chasing just money all the time are not necessarily happy. They don't really have it. Can be amazing in a lot of sense. I mean, I'm not saying that it's useless with money, it's not the point. But that's the thing about millennials. They want to have the experiences as well as a substantial way of living, healthy and wealthy. And that's like where I am. I'm really trying to find that balance. And a lot of like people shooting for their dreams and think they can become really wealthy very quick like that. Some do, but to be honest, you have to think long term, and that is what I'm doing. And I'm also thinking about living a rich life in regards to experiences, even if the lockdown is going on and everything, and sometimes you think about yourself like, what am I doing with my life? It is what it is. What can you do about it? And the finance, I feel the whole thing going on, you know, it's actually, there's more to it. It's not gonna go back to normal. I'm just scared that it's gonna lead to the point, you know, everybody wearing a mask, which is probably a good thing in general, you know, but I think if you gotta have a mask to enter there, maybe it takes one step further, you know. In the end, they're coming with a vaccine. If you don't have the vaccine, you cannot enter here, and you cannot go to this country. And I'm not sure if I even want to take some vaccine. Look at animals. They have infections, viruses. They take it, and some handle it, some don't. And in the end, the strain die out. Hopefully the same with humans, but why should we be different? Of course, there are some viruses that are, for example, thing that you take when you're young, polio or whatever. Some stuff like that, I understand. They have a lot of research behind it, but some kids is actually getting their lives destroyed from vaccine. So yeah, the finance is not gonna go back to normal, and so I have to remind myself that actually I am kind of living the life that I wanted. Like I dreamed of leaving my country after I graduated. I did immediately, just a couple of weeks after I was out of my country, which was something that I visualized. And the same with what I want to do with myself, even after this global weird situation is over. But that's for another topic, as some of you already know. It's important to have motivation, is being inspired, having ideas, dreams. Not put your don't put yourself and your achievements into what you made out of yourself when it comes to finance. It's a part of it, I understand, but it's not all of it. What actually all that really matters is just like close relationships, like love, experience, memories, experiences basically. So, I'm searching so hard for like what is the most fun thing that I could do. I'm checking so much articles like different jobs, creative jobs, jobs suiting INFPs, jobs suiting introverts, and a lot of the jobs that I found there, they feel like they suit me. But to be completely honest, the only pure satisfaction I feel about some kind of occupation, I can have a lot of interest in many. I can be extremely like interested romantically. I build up a romanticization about different occupations. But the true thing that I feel is just creativity, because something that you come up with, something that you create that has a meaning for who knows what. I don't even know myself what I create sometimes. But that is ultimately what I feel is extreme meaning, because it's new. You're giving something out that never existed before, and it has an experience for you while you were making it. As much as you are part of it, it's also as much away from you, because you don't need to define it. It's just new. It can be thoughtful, but not necessarily have to. I like, for example, when I paint before, which I want to do again, like in the near future, I feel more and more, but certainly in the future. It's that it's kind of meditative. You're not actually present. That's so cool about it. You are becoming sort of, no, I don't want to say one with the picture, with the painting. You are just in a realm of creativity where you are just expressing what is actually at that specific moment, and that is somehow very, very peaceful, and it feels very like you're doing something of honesty and true value, and that's something I really, really like. It's the same when I can play the guitar and just come up with something that I hear something that this can actually become something. This is a part of a melody. This is a part of something bigger. It can become a little piece. Okay, I think that's all now. See you.